Hello everyone, and welcome to the weird, scary and horrible parts of humanity. Today we are going to explore Nikolai Dzhumagaliev, who became one of the Soviet Union's most prolific serial killers and cannibals. He is known to have killed at least 10 people, mainly in the Almaty area in modern Kazakhstan, but he is believed to have killed many more, gaining the nickname Metal Fang. Born on the 15th of November 1952 in Uzanyagash in modern-day Kazakhstan, 44 kilometers to the west of Kazakhstan's biggest city, Almaty, with a population today of 1.854 million and its capital at the time, Dzhumagaliev was the fourth of 5 children born to a Kazakh father and a Belarusian mother. He was seen as completely normal throughout his childhood. After completion of the 9th grade of school, Dzhumagaliev entered a railway school and then went to work in Atirau in the west of Kazakhstan. In 1970, at the age of 18, Dzhumagaliev undertook obligatory conscription in the Soviet army, serving a chemical defense in Samarkand, which is in modern-day Uzbekistan. Following completion of his military service, Dzhumagaliev was then unwilling to return to work on railways and attempted to become a chauffeur before attempting to enter university, neither of which came to fruition. Lost and confused, Dzhumagaliev travelled around the Soviet Union, visiting the Ural Mountains, Siberia, and Murmansk, working numerous odd jobs as a sailor and electrician, as well as operating a forder and a bulldozer. In 1977, Dzhumagaliev returned to his hometown and took on the job as a firefighter, contracting STDs, syphilis and trichomoniasis the same year. This may have been his motivation behind his killings, as he blamed women for his STDs and developed a hatred of them. He also loved hunting and had a desire to hunt a human. Planning his first murder very carefully, in January 1979, Dzhumagaliev found a young peasant Seventh-day Adventist woman travelling on the Uzun-Agaj-Maybulak track, a rural path outside of Uznagash. Realizing she was being followed, the girl began to run, but Dzhumagaliev caught up to her, put his arm around her neck, dragged her to a landfill and cut her throat. He then drank her blood. A factory bus pulled up and Dzhumagaliev lay down on the ground and crouched next to her corpse. After the bus drove past, and having not discovered the grisly sight, Dzhumagaliev stripped the woman naked, cut her breasts into strips, removed the ovaries, separated the pelvis and hips, put them in a backpack and carried them home. There, never serving the meat to anyone else, he ate the meat of the body parts of the woman over a period of 1 month. The rotting, mutilated corpse of the woman was discovered on the 25th of January 1979. However, a lackluster investigation did not find the culprit. Now a cannibal and murderer, in 1979, Dzhumagaliev committed 5 more murders and cannibalized his victims, including making a pelmeni, a Russian dumpling, out of one of his victims. But on the 21st of August 1979, an intoxicated Dzhumagaliev accidentally shot a fellow fireman and was promptly arrested. Soviet police did not make the connection with him as a serial killer and charged him with manslaughter. He was brought to the notorious Sebsky Center in Moscow, where dissidents against the Soviet Union were usually sent. Despite being diagnosed with schizophrenia, Dzhumagaliev was released in 1980 and was returned to Uzanyagash, where he killed a further 3 people in Uzunagash. This time, however, he served the flesh of his victims to unsuspecting friends. Other than the firemen, all of Dzhumagaliev's known victims were women, and all of them were unarmed. His modus operandi would be to lure women to dark spots or his home, where he would rape them before killing them with a knife or axe, drinking their blood from the wounds before dismembering them. He would save portions of their flesh in his fridge, which he would cook and eat. During Dzhumagaliev's 9th murder on the 18th of December 1980, he invited some friends and their girlfriends to his home. Killing one of his friend's girlfriends, he began to dismember her with an axe in the next room. When the other guests came looking for Dzhumagaliev and the missing girl, they saw Dzhumagaliev mutilating the body and alerted the police. Dzhumagaliev managed to escape and fled into the mountains, with blood all over him and naked, with a hatchet in his hands. Arrested on the 19th of December 1980, he went on trial on the 3rd of December 1981. Dzhumagaliev confessed to the women's murders, but claimed that they were all prostitutes and that he wanted to rid the world of them. Diagnosed with schizophrenia, once again, and declared insane, Dzhumagaliev was remanded to a special treatment center in Tashkent, the capital of modern-day Uzbekistan, where he remained until 1989. During this time, he undertook several home visits, having been declared sane, to visit his native Uzbekistan, where he was not well received by the local population. On the 29th of August 1989, while being transferred to an ordinary mental hospital, Dzhumagaliev escaped using the car that he was transferred in. Declared a fugitive, he travelled around the Soviet Union, including to Moscow, around Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan and Uzbekistan, abiding in mountains, collecting medical plants and bartering for food with the local population. He is known to have committed a murder in Akubinsk, modern-day Aktobe, in the west of Kazakhstan in 1990, with a body identified in September 2014. During this time, he is believed to have committed many other murders. However, the exact number, and indeed who his victims were, is not known. With authorities in Kazakhstan closing in on him, a cunning Dzhumagaliev convinced a friend in Bishkek, the modern-day capital of Kyrgyzstan, which was part of Kazakhstan at the time, to throw off inspectors by writing to Dzhumagaliev's family and mail it from Moscow. The press spread rumours that Dzhumagaliev was in Moscow, while he was actually living in Kazakhstan, allowing him to continue to live with impunity. In 1991, still a free vagrant, Dzhumagaliev was tired of being on the run and decided to go back to jail for a minor crime, intending to return to Tashkent. Once in Uzbekistan, he stole sheep in April 1991 in Fergana, in the east of Uzbekistan. However, he was arrested and placed in prison. Confessing to stealing the sheep, Dzhumagaliev stated that he was Chinese, but he could not explain how he entered the Soviet Union. Stumped, Uzbeki investigators requested assistance from their Soviet partners, with Colonel Yuri Dubayagin arriving from Moscow. Soviet soldiers realized that the individual was Nikolai Dzhumagaliev, who was returned to a psychiatric hospital in Kazakhstan. Remaining in a specialized psychiatric clinic fenced with barbed wire in Aktas, a small town of 378 people in the Almaty region of southeastern Kazakhstan, Dzhumagaliev, during his time in hospital, worked on the repair of small equipment. After the fall of the Soviet Union, Kazakh authorities attempted to return him to Uzbekistan, having been declared sane, which was strongly rejected by locals. He has yet to be released and is serving a life sentence. He bizarrely filed an application to be given the death penalty, which was abolished for ordinary crimes outside of special circumstances in Kazakhstan, with the last executions having taken place in 2003. This was regarded by doctors as a decrease in his schizophrenia and a sign that he was getting better. However, while he is known to have committed at least 10 murders, the exact number of murders that Dzhumagaliev committed, particularly while on the run and living in the mountains and across the Soviet Union, remains unknown. Thank you for watching. Please do yourself a favour and hit that like and subscribe button and the bell icon to inform you when new videos come out. It helps more than you know and your support is truly appreciated. You'll also be seeing 2 other videos for you to check out. Until next time, stay awesome, stay classy, be kind to everyone you meet and have an amazing day.